So I'm Dan Gross. I'm the president of the Brady Center and Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence. I come to the issue, as too many people do, through personal experience. My younger brother, Matt Gross, was shot in a shooting that happened on the observation deck of the Empire State Building in February of 1997. At the time, I was a partner at a big ad agency called J. Walter Thompson, and I wound up quitting that job to start an organization that dealt with the issue of gun violence from the perspective of public health and safety. That's now been merged into Brady, and my new gig as relatively still as president of the Brady campaign. So one question we're getting asked a lot these days as it relates to this issue and in this post-Newtown world that we live in. Is this time really different as it relates to the opportunity to do something meaningful about this issue? And thanks. And if so, why? We really do believe, as probably all of you can sense, and this room is testimony to it, that this time really is different. First of all, there is an unprecedented level of public outrage that's been created by the tragedy in Newtown. There's a public will for change. Whether or not it's a true tipping point, which is a fairly nebulous concept, remains to be seen, but rest assured we're going to do everything that we can to make it one, and certainly believe that an unprecedented opportunity to make this a tipping point exists. There's significant new resources being brought to this issue. You know about the efforts of Mayor Bloomberg. The Broad Foundation, in addition to the Bonnet Foundation, has been very supportive of our work. Gabby Giffords and Mark Kelly's work in organizations. The White House's Office of Engagement, Organizing for Action. It's surreal to get these Obama for America emails in my inbox talking about how we're going to do something about the gun issue, so kind of training all of that support on this issue. And it's becoming a highlighted topic of progressive groups everywhere. This is no longer an issue to run from, but an issue to embrace and to do something about. And then very importantly, there's the leadership of the president and the administration. You heard about our opportunity to participate in the White House task force. And they've been doing a lot of key things, not only in their work immediately in the wake of Newtown with the task force, but since the recommendations have been announced. First of all, very importantly, they're framing this issue as broader than Newtown. This isn't, our emotions may be driven by tragedies that happen in schools in suburban areas, but there's been an immediate broadening of the issue to talk about the gun violence that happens every day in our country. And they're talking about it in the context of how we can save the most possible lives. They are committed, we're continuing to have weekly meetings at the White House. They are committed to this issue for the long haul. They're using words in private in addition to in public, saying they're all in on this issue. And there's very inspiring consensus around the policy agenda specifically, and that's inspiring groups to coordinate in an unprecedented way.